And welcome back into more gymnasium on the CatEye Network. Game 2 of a doubleheader between the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats and the Southern Jaguars. Kenny Schillinger filling in for Michael Triala, the voice of the Wildcats this afternoon. And the top dog in the SWAC is in town, the Southern Jaguars. 18-9 overall, 13-1 in conference play. 8-9 on the road, but 5-1 on the road in conference play on a 3-game winning streak. They're led by head coach in his second year, Kevin Johnson. And they'll face off with the Wildcats. Bethune-Cookman coming in 13-15 overall. 10-5 in the SWAC. 5-2 at home and on a 2-game winning streak themselves. Like I mentioned, Southern, top team in the SWAC. Bethune-Cookman, 2 spots below them in 3rd place. Right in between them is Jackson State. And this should be an exciting matchup here this late afternoon, early evening here on the campus of Bethune-Cookman University. So let's meet the starters first for the visitors from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Getting the starting 5 underway, Damari Jones, 6'5", 185 senior from Bessemer, Alabama, transfer from University of Mobile, getting the start. Cam Abrambree as the junior from Oral Roberts gets a start. DeAndre Thomas also getting the start, the center, 6'8" from Houma, Louisiana, transfer from McNeese State. Michael Jacobs and A.J. Barnes also getting the start to round out your starting 5 for Southern. Bethune-Cookman and Reggie Theus in his 4th season will trot out this starting 5 this afternoon. Trey Thomas, Seneca Willoughby, Khalil Camera, Mason Dorsey, Jesus Carlero Martin, and Daniel Rozon. Your 5 starters for Bethune-Cookman. Trey Thomas coming off a SWAC newcomer of the week. 12 points against Alabama A&M, 23 points against Alabama State last week in Alabama. And the second to last home game of the season, or third to last home game of the season here for Bethune-Cookman, as they'll be at home on Monday against Grambling before hosting FAMU on Senior Day next Saturday on a doubleheader here on B-CU's campus. We're about to get this one underway here. Bethune-Cookman in the home white uniforms, gold numbers and letters trimmed in maroon. Southern, the Jaguars wearing the baby blues with the yellow numbers and letters trimmed in white. About to get this one underway here. Should be a great matchup. Southern won the first matchup between these two, 69-53 in Louisiana. So Bethune-Cookman looking to even up the score here in the regular season series. Southern leads the all-time series 6-5. As these two haven't faced too much of each other. Now SWAC opponents over the years here. Bethune-Cookman made the jump over from the MEAC to the SWAC. Been facing off with each other back and forth over the years here, as the tip is won by Bethune-Cookman. They'll be moving left to right here on offense in the first half. Wildcats work it inside. Rosen is going to pull up for a jumper. That one's off the heel. Rebound, batted around, secured by the Jaguars, and here they come on their first offensive possession. Manning swings it out. Pump fake, drives in. Fade away, good for the first bucket of the game. Joe Manning gets the Jaguars on the board. Carlelo Martin in the high post, holds on to it. They swing it down low, it's turned over. Here comes Southern in transition. Joe Manning with it, swings it over, top of the key. It's knocked away momentarily. Manning comes up with it. Manning goes to the rack, couldn't get that one to go as it popped out of the cylinder, and here comes Bethune-Cookman looking for their first points. They swing it around. Willoughby cutting into the corner. Thomas, 3 on the way, off the mark. Long rebound into the hands of Bethune-Cookman and Seneca Willoughby as he holds on to it. Thomas feeds it to Calero Martin, back to Thomas. He launches a 3 off the mark. Top of the key 3 couldn't go for him. 2-0 lead early on here. Johnson pump fakes, gets to the rack, up and under, missed the layup. Calero Martin pulls down the rebound. Up to Thomas, back to Thomas. He drives in. Jumper from the elbows, good. Trey Thomas averaging 16 points a game, gets his first bucket to even it up at 2. Under 17 and a half to go here in Daytona Beach between these two. Top 3 matchup in the SWAC. 3 on the way. Manning, he could shoot it out there, but couldn't get that one to go. Both these teams cold, shooting it from the floor early on. 17 minutes to play. Jesus Calero Martin hits a cutting. Camera couldn't get that one to go. He's gonna get fouled. He'll go to the line for 2 shots here. Foul's gonna go against Thomas of Southern, hits his first, team's first. And Khalil Cameron's gonna head to the line, 6'7" graduate student from the Bronx, North New York. 16:55 to go. Looking to give Bethune-Cookman their first lead of the game. And he knocks it in, 3-2. Knocks in both of those. Give Bethune-Cookman the 2-point lead here. Southern in the half-court set. Thomas puts it on the deck, hands it off to Manning. Back to Thomas in the paint. Fadeaway jumper from the free throw line. Too strong, out of bounds off of Southern. Go back to Bethune-Cookman. Tazzino was trying to get that one and corral it for Southern, but it went out of bounds. So back with the basketball, Bethune-Cookman with the lead and the ball. Calero Martin swings it around. Trey Thomas, point guard, surges around, fadeaway jumper, good, nothing but nets. Trey Thomas heating up a little bit, 4 points for him. Leading scorer for this offense. Gives the Wildcats a 4-point lead. It's turned over. Jesus Calero Martin heads up the camera, lays it up and in. Khalil Camera. Fast break points for Bethune-Cookman. Up 8-2 now. Under 16 to go in the first half. Into the corner. Going baseline. Unable to get that one to go was Tinizo. Rebound, and it's blocked away. Calero Martin, who's the leading blocker for this Cookman squad. They get it ahead. Rosen is going to go to work on the right block. Surges to the basket and one. He'll go to the line for an and one opportunity. Gets the foul in the bucket. Daniel Rosen. Timeout on the floor, 15:22 to go in the first half. Bethune-Cookman up 8 early on, 10-2 on the top dog from the SWAC, the Southern Jaguars. We'll take a quick break here in the CatEye Network. 15:22 to go in the first half. Bethune-Cookman up 8 early on. 10-2 is our score. Trey Thomas has 4 points. Cameron's got 2. Calero Martin's got 2. And Rosen's got 2. And he'll try to get 3 here. He's got 1 free throw coming after converting on the bucket after getting the whistle and the foul. Rosen, 66% free throw shooter, knocks it in. 11-2 is our score. Wildcats 4 for 7 from the field. Southern 1 for 6 to start it out. They work it around, drive it in, and a block's gonna be called on Jesus Calero Martin. Michael Jacobs of Southern was driving in there. Coach Reggie Theus for Bethune-Cookman not happy with that one. Swinging in the corner, 3 on the way, no good. Brente couldn't get that one to go. Trying to get the second chance rebound there. Wildcats the other way, Rosen. All right, short corner, Thomas goes up, in traffic, lays it in. Trey Thomas has got a quick 6. And the Wildcats up 13-2. Up 11 early on. Largest lead of the game. Down low. Hard bucket there for Michael Jacobs. Stopped the bleeding momentarily for Southern. That one's stolen away. Here comes the Jaguars the other way. Jones goes up, lays it up and in. Back-to-back buckets. They get it back down to single digits. 13-6. 7-point game. 4-0 run here for Southern. That one's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Bethune-Cookman off of Southern. Trey Thomas trying to get to the rack, lost it, loose ball. Players in the deck, out of bounds off of Southern. It'll stay with Bethune-Cookman on the baseline, or on the sideline rather. Thomas, top of the key. Dubiel got that piece of that one. Here comes Southern once again. Dubiel under, can't mistake that layup. Rebound though, a kick out. 3 on the way, Jacobs knocks it in. 7-0 run here for Southern to cut it to 4, 13-9. They go down low. Onania gets tied up, and it's gonna go back to Southern. David Onania just checked in. Wildcats scoreless in the last minute 43 and counting here. We've seen their 11-point lead get cut down to 4 here. Michael Jacobs with the basketball. With the high ball screen on the right wing, steps in, kicks it out, 3 on the way, good. Cam Brody. The Oral Roberts transfer knocks it in. 1-point game. Bethune-Cookman led it by as much as 11. It's a 1-point lead now for them with the basketball. Jesus Calero Martin can't get that one to go, the fadeaway. It's saved out of bounds, but right into the hands of Bethune-Cookman. Trey Thomas goes up, lays it in. Three-point advantage once again for Bethune-Cookman, 15-12. Thomas has 8. Thomas has 10, actually, as they go ahead, stealing it, and the baseball pass is knocked out of bounds. It will stay with Bethune-Cookman when we come back. 11:53 to go in the first half, 15-12, Bethune-Cookman with a 3-point advantage here on the CatEye Network. $11:53 to go here in the first half. Bethune-Cookman off to a hot start, was up as much as 11. It's 15-12 here as Southern has woken up from the field. They started 1 for 7, now they're 4 for 12. Wildcats with the basketball in the half-court set out of the timeout. Top 3 teams in the SWAC standings. Southern first in the conference is a layup, up and good there from David Onania. They give Bethune-Cookman a 17-12 lead. Whistle on the floor. We're back to action here. The ball was just kicked after the bucket. Southern with the basketball. Top team in the SWAC standings. Bethune-Cookman in third. Here in the month of March. Jacobs with it. He drives. Got to the rack and laid it up and in from the right side. Seneca Willoughby is going to bring it up the floor. 3-point game. Willoughby, just fadeaway, tried to get the bank shot in. Onania gets the rebound, and that one rolls in on him with a right-handed hook. 19-14. Driving in, Jones gets that one to go. Jamari Jones. Got some space in the baseline and used the backboard to get that one up and in. 3-point game. 19-16. Approaching the 10-minute mark here in this first half. Fadeaway, jumper's good, it's a 3. Khalil Cameron knocks it in. He's got 4 or 7 now. Had 4 before that jumper. Down low. It's almost turned over. It's kicked back out. And Borey is going to try a wide open 3 or a long 3. Ball was on the cylinder there, trying to go up and to Bolo. Timeout in the corner. Camera got caught in a trap there. 30-second timeout will stay with you here. 9:33 to go. Trey Thomas leads the way for Bethune-Cookman's offense with 8 points. Michael Jacobs of Southern's got 7. He's the leading scorer so far for the Jaguars. Wildcats come into this one 13-15, 10-5 in the SWAC on a 2-game win streak. After a road trip up in Alabama, beating Alabama A&M 68-64, beating Alabama State 70-68. Trey Thomas led the way. He was the SWAC newcomer of the week. 12 points against A&M and 23 points against Alabama State. So it'll be Wildcat basketball on the base on the sideline here. Trey Thomas will give it to Khalil Martin. He'll get it right back. They're working around. Khalil Martin, cross-court pass to Trey Thomas. Thomas up to the top of the key. Reggie Ward Jr. with it. Thomas with the shot clock down to 1, goes up. Blocking call right at the buzzer. It's gonna send Trey Thomas to the line. Foul's gonna go against Southern's A.J. Barnes. That's his first. So Trey Thomas, already with 8 points, goes to the line to try to get in the double digits early on. Misses the first one there. Off the back of the iron, no good. One more here for Thomas. Missed both of them. Too strong. Here comes Southern with the basketball. 22-16 is our score. They feed it down low, and 1. Tazzino gets that one to go, and he'll head to the line for 1 shot. Foul's gonna go against Daniel Rozon. It's his first personal, team's second. Zeno, 62% free throw shooter, trying to complete the 3-point play, and he does with that free throw to make it a 3-point game. 1-possession game here at Moore Gymnasium. Trey Thomas steps across the timeline, gets it to Reggie Ward. He drives, goes up, and 1. Count the basket and the foul for Reggie Ward. Foul's gonna go against Barnes. A.J. Barnes picks up his second, team's 4th. And Reggie Ward looking to answer the Southern and 1 with his own. Senior from Chicago, Illinois, transferred from Riverside City Community College. Leading a rebounder in the SWAC. 8 rebounds a game, misses the free throw right in the front end, and then picks up a quick whistle for his first personal foul. Team's third, 8:47 to go. 24-19, 5-point lead for B-CU. And it's turned over. Derek Tenizo put it on the deck and it went out on the sideline. So we'll give it right back to Bethune-Cookman. 4th turnover for Southern. Wildcats in the half-court set. And that ball's out of bounds off of Bethune-Cookman. So both these teams just turning it back over to each other. 4th turnover for the Wildcats. Each have 4 so far. Approaching the 8-minute mark here in the first half. Southern working it around here. Shot clock down to 15. They go down low. Reverse layup there is good by A.J. Barnes. Use the offhand from the left side. And make it a 3-point game again. Trey Thomas working against Andre Nunley. Speedy point guard for Southern. Crossover. Thomas gets past his defender. Fadeaway jumper from the elbow. That one's no good. Rebound though, offensive rebound from Onania. Now in the corner, Rosen tries a 3. Couldn't get that one to go. Reggie Ward there couldn't get that 3 to go in the corner. And that takes us to another timeout here on the push. We'll take the timeout here at 7:45 to go. 24-21. Bethune-Cookman leading it by 3 in the CatEye Network. $7:45 to go in this first half. 24-21 is our score. Bethune-Cookman up by 3. They've led it by as much as 11, but Southern has battled back, and we've been just about back and forth the last few minutes. Southern's basketball here as they bring it right to left on offense here in the first half. Reaching the 7.5-minute mark. Try to feed it down low, catching it. The left block is Barnes. He feeds it to his teammate Tienzo for a bucket. Make it a 1-point game. Valero Martin with it. Hands it off to Daniel Rosen. And Reggie Ward. Ward at the free throw line. Picks up his dribble into the corner. Now they go to work. Rosen gets it to go from the front of the rim. 26-23, 3-point game. Bethune-Cookman has led it basically the entirety of this game. A floater in the lane, no good. And a whistle, trying to go up with it again, was A.J. Barnes. He'll head to the line. Southern's only lead was when it was 2-0 at the 18:23 mark in the first half. This foul's going to go against Bethune-Cookman and Reggie Ward. That's going to be his 2nd personal. Team's 5th. There's only one more foul to give before they put Southern in the bonus here. Is the first one is short from Barnes. Jones and DeBull back into the game for Southern. Halelo Martin, Seneca Willoughby, Daniel Rosen, Trey Thomas, and Reggie Ward, your 5 for the Wildcats. As a 2nd free throw is good to make it a 2-point game from A.J. Barnes. Barnes has 5 points. So back with the basketball, the Wildcats with a 2-point lead here, under 6.5 to go here. And Ward turned it over, stepped on the baseline there, ran out of room. 5th turnover for the Wildcats here in this first half. Khalil Camera quickly up off the bench as he's gonna come and get Reggie Ward a breather. Michael Jacobs brings it up the near side sideline. They swing it over in the corner. And Borey put it on the deck and lost the basketball, trying to drive to the hoop. Willoughby quickly ahead. Rozon, one-hand rim rock. (28-24), 4-point lead for the Wildcats. That's blocked away, Rozon. McGreed couldn't get that one off. Under 6 to go here. The Bull, fadeaway jumper in the lane, no good. Willoughby gets the rebound. He'll bring it across the middle of the floor. Feeds it to Rozon in the right short corner. He goes to work, jumper, good. He's feeling it. Daniel Rozon, he's got 9 points, timeout on the floor. As the net gets wrapped around the rim, they're gonna fix that. It's a 6-point lead here for Bethune-Cookman. Southern looking for some answers here. 1 for their last 4 field goals. Jacobs with it. And Borey with it. Shot clock down to 5, top of the key. It's knocked out of bounds off of Bethune-Cookman with 3 on the shot clock. 5:01 on the game clock. And a timeout on the floor. Kevin Johnson, the head coach of Southern, wants to talk it over, draw something up. 30-second timeout will stay with you here. Just give you a real quick recap. Daniel Rozon's got 9 points, leads the way for the Wildcats. Trey Thomas, who started off hot, has got 8 points as well. Cameron's got 7. Reggie Ward's got 2. And Onania's got 2. He's 2 for 2 from the field. On the other side of the basketball, scoring-wise, Michael Jacobs leads the way for Southern and the Jaguars with 7 points. Jones has 4, Barnes has 3, Tenzino's got 5, Manning's got 2, and Ambori's got 3 as well. Wildcats shooting at 61% from the field, 47% for the Jaguars of Southern from the field. Wildcats out rebounding Southern, only by 1 though. 11-10 is a rebound count. 5 turnovers for both these teams as reset it here. 3 seconds on the shot clock for Southern. They'll get it in on the far side sideline. Jacobs looking for somewhere to go. He gets it in. He's gonna launch a long 3 off the mark. Did not catch the rim. Shot clock violation will put it back in the hands of BCU. With under 5 to go, Bethune-Cookman on top. They've led it as much as 11 here in this first half. They're on a 6-1 run there as a foul is going to go against Southern in the corner. Cam Ambori's going to pick up the whistle. With a push, that's his first. Team's 5th. Khalil Cameron will get it in and inbound it for Bethune-Cookman on the baseline. He gets it into Trey Thomas in the corner. They swing it around. Roseanne's gonna try a three, couldn't get that one to go. Here comes a long rebound in Southern in transition, going up and getting to the rack, laying it up and in is Ambori. Cam Ambori gets it to go for his fourth and fifth point of the night. Seneca Willoughby with the basketball. Under 4.5 to go in the first half. Trey Thomas has the basketball at half court. Gets into the lane, goes up in front of the rim, rolls it in. 10 points for Trey Thomas. Leading scorer this year for the Wildcats. Makes it 32-26. The Bull gets cut off, passes it out. Driving in, pump fake. Jacobs goes up, gets it to go. Jacob has 9. And under 4 to go, 32-28, 4-point lead. Thomas is gonna try a three and it's blocked out of bounds by PJ DeBoll. That's gonna take us to a timeout. Last media timeout here in the first half, 3:37 to go. Bethune-Cookman up by 4, 32-28. We'll take a quick break here on the CatEye Network. Don't go away. .37 to go in the first half, 32-28. Bethune-Cookman leading the top team in the SWAC standings, 13-1 overall. And the Southern Jaguars in town here in Daytona Beach. Bethune-Cookman in third in the SWAC standings, 10-5. And back to action, basketball in the hands of the Wildcats here. Moving left to right as we see it. Rosen tries a jumper from the free throw line. It's out of bounds off of Bethune-Cookman. Crowd does not like that. It's going to go back to Southern here. And they lob it up to DeBoll. It's stolen away. Trey Thomas came flying in right in front of the rim to rip it away. He brings it across the timeline. And they retreated to a half-court set to set it up. Willoughby right on the right wing with the basketball, gives it back to Trey Thomas. Thomas in between the circles, the Roseanne at the top of the key. Hands it off to Seneca Willoughby, and he just airmails it out of bounds, trying to get an entry pass in the high post to Carlelo Martin. And the 6th turnover for B-CU here in the opening half. Michael Jacobs with the basketball. Now with Southern, try to cut into a 4-point deficit. Jacobs with the ball and a whistle. It's gonna go against Bethune-Cookman off the ball, Daniel Roseanne. He's gonna pick up the whistle. That's his second. B-CU head coach Reggie Theus not liking that call. David Onania is going to come in for Roseanne after he picks up his personal. You don't want to risk having him pick up his third foul before half. Roseanne's got 9 points. He's been feeling it a lot in this first half. They get it in. Jacobs with it, the point guard for the Jaguars. Top of the key. Pulls up for a long two, straight away, good. 2-point game, 32-30. 2.5 to go and counting here in the first half. 11 points for Michael Jacobs. Wildcats run a weave on the top of the arc there, and Willoughby launches a three. That one's off the mark, and a whistle on the rebound is going to go against Southern. And Brente Noel's going to pick up the whistle. And it's stolen away. DeBole's got it. Goes up, lays it up and in right in front of the rim. We're tied up at 32. First time it's been tied since it was 0-0. Alero Martin pump fakes, gets it in the paint. Right-handed jump hook's good from Onania. He's got 6. He's been very effective in his 7 minutes of play here in the first half. Johnson drives in again, or Jacobs drives in again, still has it, goes in with it, foul and 1, count it. Michael Jacobs, junior from Atlanta, go to the line to try to give Southern the lead. Joe Manning's gonna come in for Embori. And Michael Jacobs gonna go to the line for one shot to try to give Southern their first lead since they led it 2-0 in the opening couple minutes of this first half. Free throws away and it's good. Michael Jacobs, he's got 14 points here in the first half. Bethune-Cookman down by 1 now with the basketball. Trey Thomas lost it, driving in. He got fouled. They're going to call foul on Brente Noel. That's his second. And that's going to send Wildcats to the line, and Trey Thomas is going to go for a 1-and-1 here. 77% free throw shooter, but 0 for 2 here today as he knocks in the first one. He's got 11 now, tied up at 35. We'll try to give the Wildcats a lead with this free throw, and he does. 12 points for Trey Thomas. Approaching the minute mark here in the first half. Jacobs, shake and bake, gets to the rack. Can't get that one to go. Hard rebound from Alero Martin. He rips it down. Willoughby walks it across the timeline. A minute to play here in the opening half. Jacobs all over Willoughby. And they get a switch. Tenizo on him. Down low, entry pass is airmailed once again. Onania went crashing to the floor. He wanted the foul call, but there's no call. It's just going to be another turnover. The 8th turnover for the Wildcats. Checking in for Southern, DeAndre Thomas. He had 15 points, 13 rebounds for a double-double against B-CU in the first meeting that Southern won 69-53 in Baton Rouge. So 40 seconds and counting to go. Bethune-Cookman up 36-35. Southern with the basketball. Tienzo gets it over to Jacobs, top of the key. He'll back it up. 10 on the shot clock. free throw line. Jumper's good. Michael Jacobs, man, he can really fill it up. He's got 16 points in this first half. Shot clock is turned off. 15 seconds to go in this half. Bethune-Cookman can hold for the last shot, down by 1. 37-36, Southern leads it. Trey Thomas drives in from the left side, dumps it off to Onania, and he relays it up and in from the left block at the buzzer to give the Wildcats the 1-point lead, 38-37, as both these teams head to the locker room here in Daytona Beach. 1-point lead for B-CU over the top team in the SWAC right now, the Southern Jaguars, top 3 matchup in the conference here in Daytona Beach. Halftime here at Moore Gymnasium. We'll take a couple minutes of a break, and then we'll come back with some halftime stats and get you ready for the second half between these two. Should be a really tight one the rest of the way. We'll take a quick break here at the CatEye Network. Halftime here in Daytona Beach, 38-37. Bethune-Cookman with a 1-point advantage. Heading into the second half, let's take you through the halftime stats. Trey Thomas leads the way for the Wildcats with 12 points. He's also got 3 assists and 3 rebounds and a steal in 20 minutes of play. Khalil Cameron's got 7 points, 2 for 2 from the field as well. Daniel Rozon, 9 points, 4 for 7 from the field. Has a block in 13 minutes of play. Picked up his second personal foul late in the first half and had to sit the last couple of minutes. Reggie Ward Jr. had 2 points, and David Onania had the bucket at the buzzer at the end of the first half. He's got 8 points. He's a perfect 4 for 4 from the field. Has also ripped down 3 rebounds. 14-12. 2 rebound advantage for Bethune-Cookman, and the Wildcats have turned it over 8 times to Southern's 7. On the other side of the basketball, scoring-wise, it's really been the Michael Jacobs show. He's got 16 points for Southern, 7 for 9 from the field, 1 for 2 from beyond the arc. Had a very nice and 1 in that first half. He also has 2 assists. Barnes has 3, the Bulls got 2, and Bori's got 5. Casino's got 5 as well, and Manning has 2 points. Other scores, rounding out your scores for Southern. Jones, who's got 4. Damari Jones has 4 points there for Southern. He's 2 for 2 from the field. Southern 13-1 coming into this one, holding the number 1 spot in the standings right now. Bethune-Cookman 3rd in the SWAC standings, 10-5. So both these teams battling for seeding heading into the SWAC tournament in a couple of weeks. Bethune-Cookman has 2 more home games. They're home the rest of the way here. They'll play Grambling on Monday at 7 p.m. and then they'll host FAMU in the men's and women's doubleheader at 5:30 on Saturday, a week from today. Well, that's gonna wrap it up here for halftime here in Daytona Beach. Eddie Schellinger filling in for Michael Triella, the voice of the Wildcats. As we're wrapping up halftime here on Moore Gymnasium, we'll stay with you the rest of the way to get you started in this second half. First matchup was won by Southern in this regular season, 69-53 up in Baton Rouge. Southern led that one 39-23 at halftime. B-CU held Southern 23% from beyond the arc in that one though. Shooting wise, Southern shooting at 55% from the field, 16 of 29. 33%, 2 for 6 from beyond the arc for the Jaguars. Wildcats came out shooting really strong in the 60% early on, but they dropped down to 57%, still a good percentage here in that first half. 16 of 28, but haven't been able to hit too many threes. Only got 1 of those, 1 for 8 for 12% in that first half. Wildcats also 5 for 8 from the line. Southern 3 for 4 for 75%. Wildcats will have the basketball to start the half here in the lead, 38-37. They'll work right to left on offense here in the second half. Daniel Rozon hands it off. Now he's going to take a jumper from the left elbow. That's no good. Front end of the rim. Here comes Southern with the basketball. Joe Manning with it. Top of the key, gets it to DeAndre Thomas. Johnson swings it over. They feed it down low. And it's turned over. The little camera comes up with it. They hand it to Kalilo Martin, and Rozan gets fouled going up with it. Couldn't get the bucket to go as well. So he'll head to the line for 2 shots. 2 shots here for Daniel Rozon. He's got 9 points here, and 10 now. He makes the first one. Rozon, a 66% free throw shooter heading into this one. One more coming for him, and he rattles it in. 3-point game. Bethune-Cookman up 40-37. Jesus Carlelo Martin couldn't get his hand on that one, and then the layup is good. It's Thomas, or check that, Nunley got that one to go. Down low, Trey Thomas layup is good from the right side. Thomas has 14. And a traveling violation is going to go against Jordan Johnson as he got caught in the air, tried to keep the dribble down or get the dribble down before he left his feet, but he did not. 42-39, 3-point advantage for the Wildcats. They've led it by as much as 11 in this matchup. Approaching the 18.5-minute mark here. Carlelo Martin, Rose in for the free throw line. Jumper, rims out. Quickly ahead, Southern pushes it. 3 on the way. Joe Manning knocks it in to tie it up at 42. Manning, the top 3-point shooter on the team. 45% from beyond the arc. They've been quiet beyond the arc. That's their second three-pointer. The third three-pointer now at 2 heading into that one. Long jumper, no good there. And a foul is going to go against Willoughby as he fouled Manning in the backcourt. Pizzino drives in and out. Rozon gets the rebound on his feet. And Paul just came right into his lap. Tied up at 42, Trey Thomas with it. Thomas, Carlelo Martin, drives baseline, gets knocked down. Whistle on the floor is going to go against Southern. Foul's going to go against Joe Manning, his second. Thomas catches it in the corner. Goes up, got some space, missed the layup. He's frustrated after that one. Here comes Southern in transition. Manning kicks it out. Down back to Manning in the right corner. Top of the key to Thomas. Thomas turns, spin move, can't get that one to go. Bethune-Cookman will walk it up here. Full line change coming up here for Southern. The next dead ball. Trey Thomas. Daniel Rozon. He gets doubled, doesn't matter as he gets fouled. He'll go to the line for 2 shots. Head coach Kevin Johnson is Southern, not happy with his team here. That foul's gonna go against Southern's Thomas, DeAndre Thomas. That's his third. Rozon can't make that free throw. All 5 are coming out for Southern. Fresh 5 coming in. Jones, Noel, DeBoll, and Borey, and Jacobs coming in here for the Jaguars. One more free throw here for Daniel Rozon. And he can't get that one. Long rebound. Whistle on the floor is going to go against Bethune-Cookman. And Jesus Arlelo Martin's going to pick it up. That's his second. David Onania is going to check in. He's going to give Daniel Rozon a breather. Still tied at 42. And a whistle on the floor is going to go against Bethune-Cookman. And Trey Thomas, it's going to be his first. Team's third. Jacobs is going to inbound it here. They get it in, 3 on the way, wide open, and it's good. Cam Ambori knocks it in to give Southern a 3-point lead here. 45-42. Wildcats looking to answer here. Khalil Camera dumps it off. And unable to get that one to go is Onania. It's out of bounds off of Southern, they say. And they're going to change the call. It's going to go to Bethune-Cookman. Go off of Bethune-Cookman. Back to Southern here. Under 16 to play in the second half. Jacobs, the leading scorer, takes a long 2. Can't get that one to go. Rebound, though, in the hands of Bull. Now Noel's going to try a 3 in and out. Onania rips down the rebound. And Trey Thomas is going to hand it off to Seneca Willoughby. Wildcats looking for a bucket here. Scoreless in the last 3 minutes and 15 seconds and counting. Thomas gets chased out, doubled, picks up his dribble, gets it to Carlelo Martin. Onania gets held up, jump ball, and it's going to give it back to Southern. Tenacious defense there for Southern and the Jaguars, giving Bethune-Cookman all kinds of trouble. And they'll have the ball when we come back. We'll take a quick break. 45-42, Southern. Visitors from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, leading it by 3 here in Daytona Beach. 45-42 here in Daytona Beach. Southern with a 3-point advantage over Bethune-Cookman. The Jaguars of Southern University leading the SWAC right now in the conference. 13-1 coming into this one. Bethune-Cookman in third, 10-5. So a big game. And has a lot of implications in conference standings here in the month of March 1st. Magical time here in college basketball. Southern with the basketball as DeBoll gets that one knocked off his knee out of bounds. And it'll go back to Southern. So he tried to drive from the left side. So basketball back in the hands of the Wildcats. Willoughby brings it across over in the left corner. He has it, short corner. Reggie Ward gets doubled out to Carlelo Martin. Shot clock down to 10 now. Willoughby over to Jesus Carlelo Martin. Roseanne's gonna try a elbow three. Carlelo Martin flies in there for a rebound, hands it off to Reggie Ward, who knocks in a three, or two, for the right elbow. Making a 1-point game. Southern with the basketball. Michael Jacobs, the leading scorer here for Southern. He's got 16 points. Down low, they left the man alone and laying it up and in is Cam Ambori. To give Southern, the Jaguars, a 3-point advantage once again. Under 14 minutes to play in this one. Southern won the first matchup 69-53, a lot tighter this time around. Reggie Ward in the corner. Carlelo Martin, high post. Rosen can't get that one to go. Jacobs brings it ahead. Quick three, right corner, off the mark. Carlelo Martin grabs it. He brings it up the far sideline. He's gonna try an elbow jumper. That one's off the mark. And David Onania is there to tip it up and in for the Wildcats. 47-46, 1-point advantage for the Jaguars here on the road. Jones, fade away from the left short corner. Just nice move there, Damari Jones, the senior from Bessemer, Alabama. Rolls that one in for his 5th and 6th point of the evening. 49-46. Willoughby into the corner. Reggie Ward puts it on the deck, gets in the paint, goes up. Off the back of the heel, no good. Rebound ripped down by Noel. Here they come in transition. They drop it down low to DeBoll. He lost it. It's out of bounds off of Bethune-Cookman and will stay with the Jaguars on the baseline. Tazzino will check in. Checking out is PJ DeBoll. Trey Thomas will come back in for Bethune-Cookman. Jesus Carlelo Martin's gonna check out. Left short corner jumper's no good for Manning. We'll check that Ambori. It's out of bounds, and it will go back to Bethune-Cookman. 12:36 to go. Tight matchup between these two. If you're just tuning into this one, 11-point lead for Bethune-Cookman was the largest lead for either team. Largest lead of the game has been 3, which is where it sits at right now for Southern. Into the corner, Trey Thomas. Step back, then pulls it out, swings it over. 3 on the way from Reggie Ward, couldn't get that one to go. In and out, here comes Southern, quickly ahead. Jacobs drives right, got that one knocked away, out of bounds, off of Southern. Ball will go back to Bethune-Cookman here with 12:05 to go and the clock stopped. Reggie Ward with the basketball in between the circles here. Hands it off to Trey Thomas. He works around, swings it over to Willoughby. Now to Rosen. Now down low. They tried to feed it to Onania. It was stolen away. Here comes Southern in transition. Euro step and not able to get that one to go was Ambori. Here comes the Wildcats to David. Oh, Onadia couldn't get that one to go as he was blocked by the rim. I think he was expecting some contact. Here comes Southern the other way, and one. Derek Tanizo gets that one to go. Manila to the line for one shot to try to complete the three-point play. It's the largest lead of the game for Southern, 51-46, a 5-point lead. They'll take a free throw when we come back here on the CatEye Network. $11:25 to go in this one. Southern with their largest lead of the game, 5-point advantage, 51-46 over Bethune-Cookman. Southern 13-1 in SWAC play. Bethune-Cookman 10-5, third in the conference. Southern the top dog right now in the SWAC standings as we're in the month of March here in college basketball. Derek Tanizo will head to the line for one shot, trying to complete the three-point play. Tanizo's got 7 points. He's a perfect 1-for-1 from the line. He's already got a three-point play to his name early in this game. Shots away, and it is good. 6-point advantage, 52-46. Full court zone here for Southern here. Trey Thomas on the right wing, drives in, goes up to the left side, tried to spin it up and in, couldn't get it to go. Rebound Tanizo. $11 to play here. Southern with the basketball in the lead. And Borey swings it across. Drive it in, can't get that one to go. And a second chance opportunity, no good. Ball's loose. Wildcats finally get it. Willoughby gets it to Reggie Ward in the left corner. Ward feeds it. The Rosen. Swing pass. Over to Thomas. He goes up. And he's fouled on the pass. See, they're going to get it on. Foul's going to go against A.J. Barnes, his third. And they're going to say it was in the shooting motion there, even though it looked like he was trying to pass it into the corner. Trey Thomas at the line, knocks in the first one. Thomas, a transfer from Hampton. Washington, D.C. native. One more coming for Thomas, and it's good. 52-48 is our score. Trey Thomas has 16 points. That one's missed there by Southern. Here comes Bethune-Cookman. Thomas, and a whistle off the ball. It's going to go against A.J. Barnes again. It's going to be his fourth. Brente Noel is going to come in for Barnes, who just picked up his fourth personal. Reggie Ward almost got that stolen away, and it is stolen away. Down low, big block. Rozon in there to block that one away. Jones tried to go up with it. Reggie Ward going to work. Got that stripped away. Ball's loose. The ball comes up with it. In transition, here comes Southern. They drop it down low, and a two-handed slam by Noel. His first 2 points. It's a loud one here with 9.5 to go. It's 54-48. Reggie Theus, head coach of Bethune-Cookman, wants to talk it over with his squad. 9:32 to go in the second half. Southern up by 6 here on the road. We'll take a quick break here on the CatEye Network. .932 to go in this one. Southern leading it 54-48 over Bethune-Cookman. Southern coming in 18-9 overall, 13-1 in the SWAC. Bethune-Cookman 13-15, 10-5 in the SWAC. Reggie Ward gets it in, out of the inbound pass, out of the timeout by head coach Reggie Theus of Bethune-Cookman. It's stolen away. Noel came up with it as they try to feed it in the high post. Here comes Southern, quickly ahead. They try to feed it down low. Almost stolen away. Now a jumper from DeBoll is good from the elbow. Left elbow, DeBoll gets it to go. And it's a 8-point advantage now for Southern, our largest lead of the game. Bethune-Cookman led it by as much as 11 in the first half. Now under 9 to go. Southern's outscored Bethune-Cookman 19-10 here in this second half. Khalil Martin gets over to Reggie Ward, and they swing it over. Trey Thomas lost it out of bounds. It's off of Southern. into Bull. Michael Jacobs will get it in. Gets it into Trey Thomas. He pulls up for a long two, and it's good at the clock expires in the shot clock. Much needed. Joe Manning gets it over to Jones. He drives in, and a whistle on the floor. It's going to go against Reggie Ward, his third. It's going to send Damari Jones to the line. Jones has 6 points. First trip to the line, first one away, and is good. Jones a 44% free throw shooter heading into this one. Coming in for Bethune-Cookman, Seneca Willoughby, as he's going to give Reggie Ward Jr. a breather after he picked up his third personal. 5 team fouls apiece for both these teams in the second half. Only one more to give for both. Knocks in the second free throw, 58-50, an 8-point advantage once again for Southern. Wildcats working around, high post to get it to Trey Thomas. Spin move and a whistle on the floor. They're gonna get Joe Manning with the foul. Oh, they're gonna get Jones. Damari Jones picks up his first. Manning had his hands in to his face. They can't believe the call there. As that one's knocked out of bounds by Embori. He'll stay with Bethune-Cookman. Khalil Camera looking to get it in. Camera gets it into Willoughby. And they feed it to Daniel Rozon, the left short corner. He got that one stolen away, trying to get it across court. Embori drives, goes up, rebound tipped up, secured by Bethune-Cookman and Willoughby. Quickly ahead, Camera couldn't corral that one. In transition, here comes Southern the other way. Embori in the corner, DeBola three. That one's too strong. Rebounds and one. Damari Jones gets the bucket and the foul. He's got 10. Timeout on the floor. 10-point advantage here for Southern, their largest lead of the game with 7:32 to go. We'll take a quick break here on the CatEye Network. 7:32 to go in this one. 60-50, Southern leading Bethune-Cookman. Southern on the road looking for their 6th win on the road in conference play. They're 13-1 in the conference in the SWAC. Bethune-Cookman 10-5. Jaguars on top of the SWAC standings heading into this one, and one is converted there by Damari Jones. Before the break, he got fouled in the bucket, and he converts on the first free throw, so he's going to check out of the game. Joe Manning in for him. Bethune-Cookman looking to answer, down by 11. Trey Thomas brings it across the timeline, and they swing it over. Willoughby left wing 3. That one's off the mark. Rebound batted around and then secured by Southern. And Michael Jacobs, who's the leading scorer here for Southern with 16 points. They'll work it around the perimeter, and we get a whistle on the floor. This one's going to go against Bethune-Cookman. They're going to get Reggie Ward with the foul. That's his second, and that's a 7th team foul on Bethune-Cookman, so that's going to send Southern to the line. And Joe Manning for a 1-and-1. Manning, a 73% free throw shooter, knocks in the first one. Manning knocks in the second one. Make it a 13-point game. Wildcats working it around, and they turn it over out of bounds. Miscommunication there. $63-50. Southern in control now. Up 13, their largest lead of the game. Michael Jacobs trying to feed it down low, and an offensive foul is going to go against Southern. They're going to get Noel with that one. That's his third. Carlelo Martin back into the game. Feed it. High post, Carlelo Martin. 3 on the way from Camera is good. Back down to 10. Approaching the 6-minute mark. Noel catches in the top of the key. They get it to Michael Jacobs. Jacobs lost it, got it back into the corner. 3 on the way. No good. Rebound secured by Rozon. Now they go down low, kick it out. Trey Thomas gets to the lane, and a whistle. Foul on the floor. Onania is going to come in, and they're going to go to line for a 1-and-1 here. 8th team foul. On Southern, so it's going to send Trey Thomas to the line. First one's away, and it's good. Earns himself a second one. 9-point game with 5:28 to go. Thomas Second one is good. 8-point game, 20 points for Thomas. Top of the key, Noel, Austin's defender. Into the corner, step back three to Ball. Couldn't get that one to go. Onania rips down the rebound. Thomas hands it off. Now they go to Willoughby, now in the corner, Camera. Now Thomas with the basketball. Camera, who just hit one from that corner, missed it. Rebound, offensive foul. On the rebound going against Bethune-Cookman and Seneca Willoughby. That's going to be his third. And that's going to send Southern to the line here. Officials getting together and seeing who's going to take the foul shots here. Looks like they could go to the monitor and check out who the foul was against. So DeBoll's going to go to the line here after they review. 1-on-1 here. PJ DeBoll, junior from St. Cloud, Minnesota. Fires the first one in, earns himself a second one. He's got 5 points, averaging 4, almost 5 on the year. Second one, no good off the front of the rim. Seneca Willoughby rips down the rebound, and here we go. Wildcats gonna have to go quickly. Hilelo Martin got that one blocked out of bounds. From the free throw line, the jumper was no good. And Ambori's gonna come in for DeBoll. It's gonna be Bethune-Cookman basketball on baseline here. The little Camera looking for somewhere to get it to. He gets it in the corner. Trey Thomas thought about the three. Now a step back three. off the back of the heel. Rebound ripped down. Willoughby got it. And a whistle on the rebound. It's going to go against Southern. And they're going to get it on Kamen Bori. It's going to be his third personal, 9th team foul. So they're one away from being in the double bonus, Bethune-Cookman. 18 fouls on Bethune-Cookman, so they have a couple more one more to give before they put Southern in the double bonus. Free throw away, and it's good. All right, Willoughby, junior from Pennsylvania. 64% free throw shooter, returner from last year. Knocks in both of them. 64-57. 7-point advantage here for Southern. They've led it by as much as 13 points. Bethune-Cookman led it by 11 in the first half. Both these teams have shared their time in being up by double figures. It has really been all of Southern in this second half, outscoring Bethune-Cookman 27-18. Down low, jumper, elbow, no good. Rebound by Khalil Camera. Hands it off to Thomas up the far sideline. Trey Thomas with it. He's swinging around into the corner. Now they go to Carlelo Martin. He gets fouled. He was giving it to Onania. Doesn't matter if it's on the floor or in the shot the rest of the way here. That's a 10th team foul on Southern, and that one's gonna go against Michael Jacobs. We'll take our final break here from Daytona Beach at 64-57. Bethune-Cookman at the line for 2 shots when we come back here on the CatEye Network. .348 to go in this one in the second half. 64-57 is our score. Jesus Calero Martin at the line for 2 shots for Bethune-Cookman. They try to cut into this deficit. He's a 72% free throw shooter. First one's away, and it is good for Calero Martin. His first points of the evening. This is his first trip to the line. He had 5 rebounds, 6 assists here, 2 blocks as well for Bethune-Cookman. Knocks in the second one, and it's a 5-point game. We approach the 3.5-minute mark here in the second half. Southern with the basketball, and Bori catches it, hands it off. Joe Manning with it. Works his way over to the right short corner, picks up his dribble. They feed it down low. Noel going to work. He got that one stolen away, trying to pass it into the other corner. And here comes Bethune-Cookman slowly across the timeline. Trey Thomas hands it off to Willoughby. Left elbow. They kick it over in the corner now to Camera. Camera dribbles it out in the right wing. Now Willoughby, top of the key, hands it off to Trey Thomas. Thomas with the shot clock down to 10. He drives down the center of the lane. Spin move, goes up. Can't get that one to go. Hard rebound by Tenizo. And a timeout, or whistle on the floor. It's gonna go against Bethune-Cookman. Foul's gonna go against Khalil Camera. That's gonna be his first. And that's gonna send Tezino to the line for Southern. 1-1 here, 19 foul on Bethune-Cookman. Tezino, 62% free throw shooter. He's got 8 points. He's perfect 2 for 2 so far tonight. And knocks in the first one. .84% as a team here tonight. Southern, they're 11th in the SWAC. Last 65% as a team from the free throw line, so shooting it much better here tonight against Bethune-Cookman. 66-59, 7-point game. Under 3 to go. Bethune-Cookman's gonna have to go get some stops, get some buckets late in this one to get back into it. Willoughby, cross-court pass. Trey Thomas over to Willoughby. Kalelo Martin kicks it out. Willoughby wide open 3. That one's no good. Onania goes up and he was fouled. He'll go to the line for 2 shots with 2:33 to go. 10th team foul against Southern. 4th personal going against Joe Manning. And that's gonna send David Onania to the line, 54% free throw shooter, transfer from Eastern Kentucky. 6'8", 230, redshirt sophomore. He's got 10 points. This is his first trip to the line, and he missed the first one. Second one's up and away, and it's good. Make it a 6-point game, 2-possession game. Daniel Rozon into the game here for Bethune-Cookman as Onania is going to check out. Noel gets it in. Jacobs brings it across the timeline. He's going to pull it out. Southern in no rush. They want to take as much time off the clock as possible here. Up 6 with under 2.5 to go. Joe Manning gets it baseline. They kick it out to Zeno. 3 on the way. Too strong. Kalelo Martin tips it over to his teammate Trey Thomas. Brings it across the timeline. Willoughby on the right wing. Cross-court pass to Kalelo Martin. Thomas. Jab step, drives in, gets it in the corner. Khalil Camera, 3 on the way, got it. 1-possession game. 66-63 with 1:57 to go. Timeout on the floor. Big shot there from Khalil Camera. He's 3 for 4 from beyond the arc. 30-second timeout will stay with you here. Camera's got 13 points. Trey Thomas leads the way for the Wildcats with 20. Rosian's got 11. Onania's got 11 as well. Jacobs for Southern's got 16 points. Bethune-Cookman's out-rebounded Southern 34-29. Wildcats shooting at 42% from the floor. 45% from the floor for Southern. Both these teams having trouble turning over the basketball. 16 turnovers for Bethune-Cookman, 13 for Southern here. And the teams will break out of their huddles here with 1:57 to go. In a 3-point game. Just tuning in for the last couple minutes of this one. Bethune-Cookman led it by as much as 11 in the first half. In the second half, Southern's led it by as much as 13. It's a 1-point lead for Bethune-Cookman at half. Southern won the first matchup up in Baton Rouge, Louisiana earlier this year. Back to action here, Southern with the basketball. And Borey gets chased out. Onania out on him. He almost steps across the timeline there for a backcourt violation. Driving in is Manning. Tried to get it down low. He's turned it over. Here comes the Wildcats with a $1:30 and counting. Trey Thomas slows it up in the reset at half-court set, and they throw it away. Willoughby wasn't looking for it. Trey Thomas, just miscommunication there, and it goes back to Southern. 1:27, timeout on the floor. Head coach of the Jaguars, Kevin Johnson, wants to talk it over. We'll take a quick break here on the CatEye Network. .127 to go, 3-point game. Southern leading it by 3, 66-63. Costly turnover as Trey Thomas couldn't connect with Willoughby as they were in a half-court set, just trying to set things up. They threw it out of bounds. 17th turnover of the night for Bethune-Cookman. They're gonna need a stop here under 90 seconds to go in this one. Southern with the basketball. Michael Jacobs, the leading scorer for Southern with the handle. He drives in, gets bumped, no call. He gets the fadeaway jumper to go from the right block. 5-point game. Bethune-Cookman wasting no time. Trey Thomas in the corner. Camera, he's 3 for 4, knocks it in, and the foul. Khalil Camera. Big time 3-ball in that left corner that he loves. He'll go to the line for a shot to make it a 1-point game. What a 3-ball there. That foul's gonna go against Michael Jacobs, his second. Both these teams in the double bonus the rest of the way. So we're shooting 2 free throws either way. Set for this time here with Khalil Camera going to the line to try to complete a 4-point play. 1 shot for Camera. He's a perfect 2 for 2 so far tonight. First, and it's good. Knocks at his first and only one there. 1-point game, 68-67. A minute to play here between the number 1 team in the standings and the number 3 team in the standings in the SWAC. Timeout on the floor. Head coach Kevin Johnson wants to talk it over with his team. 30-second timeout. Take a quick break here on the CatEye Network. 58.7 to go in this one, a 1-point game. Southern leads it by 1, 68-67. They'll have the basketball on the sideline right in front of their bench. A 4-point play by Khalil Camera. His 17 points have really been big for these Wildcats. They cut it to 1 just a couple moments ago. Crowd getting into it here, trying to get a Wildcat stop here at home. Jones gets it to Jacobs. He goes baseline, lost it out of bounds. Wildcats will have the ball. .45 seconds to go. Bethune-Cookman down by 1 with the basketball, 68-67. Both these teams have a timeout left if they need it. Bethune-Cookman in the half-court set here. Willoughby hands it off to Trey Thomas. Thomas waves off the ball screen, Kalila Martin. Down low, Onania got that one blocked away. It's a goaltend. They're gonna count it. Bethune-Cookman on top, 69-68. First time they've led it since the 18:25 mark in the second half. Onania's got 13 points. That's the biggest bucket of the game. Timeout on the floor. We'll stay with you here. The goaltend puts the Wildcats on top. Onania gets them on top by 1. 69-68. Kenny Scherlinger alongside with you, our tremendous CatEye Network crew. Filling in for the tremendous voice of the Wildcats, Michael Triallo. And this is an exciting one. Wildcats will have 2 more games at home against Grambling on Monday and then Saturday against FAMU in a doubleheader. They got some business to finish here in the last 30 seconds of this one, though. Trying to knock off the team at the top of the SWAC standings, the Southern Jaguars, who are coming into this one 13-1 in conference play. And they're also 5-1 on the road in conference play. Bethune-Cookman is taking care of business at home, 5-2. Southern will have the basketball. They have to go the full 94 feet here. They get it in. Michael Jacobs will bring it across the timeline here. He works his way over to the right. Pulls it out. Shot clock turned off, drives in. Block is the call. And he'll go to the line for 2 shots with both these teams in the double bonus. With 16.7 to go. Trying to wipe up the floor. His body's hit the deck there on that play. Camera picked up his second there. So Jacobs, the leading scorer with 18 points. He's only have 1 for 1 here for free throw line here. We'll go to the line for 2 shots to try to give him the lead. First one's away. Good. Tie game. 69-69. Nunley into the game. Joe Manning is out for Southern. 1 more free throw coming here for Michael Jacobs. Jacobs' second free throw's no good. Tie game. Bethune-Cookman gets the rebound. Here they come. Timeout on the floor. Last timeout Burns by head coach Reggie Theus. He'll draw it up with 13 seconds to go and try to get a win here for Bethune-Cookman. Final timeout taken by Bethune-Cookman. Southern has one more if they want it. Full timeout. We'll stay with you here. Trey Thomas leads the way with 20 points for the Wildcats, 7 for 16. 6 for 8 from the free throw line. Khalil Cameron's got 17 points. He's 4 for 5 from beyond the arc. He had a huge 4-point play inside the minute mark. That made it a 1-point game. And he's been a big part of this Bethune-Cookman comeback here in the second half. They've trailed it by as much as 13 points with 6.5 to go. They've come battling back, and it's tied up at 69 apiece. Jacobs leading scorer for Southern. He just went 1 for 2 from the line. Tied the game up, but couldn't put Southern ahead there at the line. And it puts it in the hands of the Wildcats to try to win it at the buzzer here. Reggie Theus taking his final timeout to draw something up. I'm sure the Wildcats would like to take the last shot here and leave them a chance to win it or go to overtime. Onani has been strong down low. He's 6 for 8 for the field with 13 points. Khalil Cameron, we just talked about, he's red hot from beyond the arc, 4 for 5. Trey Thomas has 20 points. Rosen was hot in the first half. He's got 11 points. Wildcats will get it in on the sideline. They get it into Trey Thomas. Thomas is going to pull it out with 10 seconds to go. Shot clock is turned off. Thomas with the basketball. He's going to pull up for a long three. Off the mark. Camera's there. Goes up and he's fouled. He's fouled with 2.1 seconds to go. He's been huge this half. Khalil Cameron will go to the line, but he's slow to get up here. He's up on his feet, shaking up. He looks to be okay. Just took a hard hit trying to follow that up. But he's fouled. He'll have 2 shots coming here. Jacobs picked up the whistle and the foul. He's got 2. So Cameron at the line with 2 seconds to go to put Bethune-Cookman on top. First one's good. Timeout. Last timeout for Southern is burned by Kevin Johnson. With 2.1 to go, Bethune-Cookman up 70-69. Last Bethune-Cookman win over Southern was back last year in the SWAC tournament when they beat them 73-58. Southern won the first matchup up in Baton Rouge, 69-53. Bethune-Cookman in a really good spot to win this one. One more free throw coming, and only 2 seconds left. Southern burned their last time out. In the college game, you can't advance it like the NBA or in the women's game. So Southern will either have to rebound or they're going to have to one more free throw coming here. One more free throw coming here for Khalil Cameron. Camera at the line here. One more shot. Misses it. Rebound, tipped up. Wildcats are gonna win it. Shot is no good. Bethune-Cookman wins it 70-69. They beat Southern and improved to 14-15 overall, 11-5 in the SWAC. Southern drops to 18-10, 13-2 in the SWAC. The Wildcats get a huge victory here at home, led by Trey Thomas's 20 points. Khalil Cameron really the MVP in this one. He really was huge. 4 for 5 from beyond the arc, 18 points. He had the big 4-point play to pull and win one, and then he had the game-winning free throw to take the lead. 70-69 right at the end there. Missed the last free throw on purpose. And the Wildcats win this one here in Daytona Beach. Wildcats out-rebounded Southern 36-30. Even though they turned it over 17 times, they come away with a victory. They shoot at 43% from the field, 25% from beyond the arc, 72% from the free throw line. 20 points from Thomas. Cameron had 18 points. Khalil Martin had 2 points. Roseanne had 11. Willoughby had 2. Ward had 4. And Onania had 13.7 rebounds. Jacobs led the way for Southern. He had 19 points. Jones had 11. Noel had 2. Tazzino had 10. Manning had 9. And Borey had 10. DeBoa had 5. And Barnes had 3. Well, your final here in Daytona Beach. Bethune-Cookman 70. Southern 69. We'll take a quick break here on the CatEye Network.